What Can I Do to Help? By Nickollo Winters. I laid in bed cautiously as I went through different analyses of what all happened that week, since this week was stranger than normal with my partner. I continued to grow tireder as more darkness creeped around into my surroundings, and I lacked a lot of focus on most things and tasks that day. Time spent not thinking was spent watching as my partner was having fun, joking, and laughing with others I've grown to know a bit better after each interaction. After a game she played, I spaced out for a long while before I decided to crash before a day at work, and knowing that I wouldn't be able to add much to the conversation at that time as well. As I signed off for the night, I flicked the dim light off on my desk before heading to my bed and cuddling into a pile of stuffed animals and a blanket, ignoring the sheet that would have probably been the better option of the two at the time. Sleep creeped up slowly in the newfound darkness, and new energy entered my system. After a long while, in which the last time I saw was 0500, my consciousness and capability to think slipped away, leaving me in a strange dream, or at least once seemed like a dream. I knew it wasn't a dream, for I cannot dream, but instead see black, a night terror, or a nightmare. The story continued to unfold and drag me in, as everything seemed like a normal night on what I could only assume to be a boat, before gunshots echoed through the halls and screams filled the boat. Floods of frantic knocking on my door persisted, and without thinking, due to hearing the small frames of kids running, I opened the door, to try to save them. They all flooded in, seeming as though they were safe, but as I tried to close the door, it was shoved open, with the door making my small frame seem to fly towards a wall, before I looked up to see a guy with a gun holding the barrel up to my head, before going on a spiel in which I would never have been able to protect anyone, due to my small stature and lack of ability and strength. As I accepted my fate, I heard the gun go off, and then a flash before somehow being back at the beginning, yet trying to do what I could to change the outcome. But each outcome was similar, over and over again. No matter what I tried to do, never seemed to change the fact that the kids were not going to be saved, and I was powerless to stop the outcome. I then got jolted out of the restless sleep by an alarm that I had set for work, marking that I was going to get up and get ready for work. The images stayed in my mind as I got ready and tried to think of anything else that could. They still were vibrant as I worked, and I thought of it over and over, just wishing that I would have forgotten. Work got dragged on for extra time, and my exhaustion grew more noticeable as time continued to pass. Once I got back from work, I struggled to gain enough of a level head to do more interactions with water than the normal washing of hands and washing my body, knowing that if I washed my hair, I probably would have set off a panic attack. I sat at the foot of my bed, staring at the clearness of the skyline, sipping a London fog, with a stream from my partner on in the background, helping me not think of everything and allowing the slight amount of time to think. Not the things I worry about or stress about, but instead of things like the loveliness of my partner in the sunlight, and how she is when she takes an interest in something, with the look of amazement in her eyes, and a combination of a smile and puzzledness as she attempts to figure out something she doesn't have fully understanding of, that she doesn't have a full understanding of. How I wish I could do this more often. But I know 8 hour is too long, and that I have more pressing things to handle and solve at most times. But once in a while, I enjoy this feeling of less pressure, even if it's only for a minute.